welcome back to this live stream. Now, in this live stream, we are going to discuss the narcissist. We're going to look at the characteristics and traits of a narcissist. Remember, I always say that if it quacks like a duck, it is a duck. So we want to discuss the narcissist. We need to understand who a narcissist really is. Most of us keep talking about narcissists, but we don't clearly understand who a narcissist is. We make assumptions. So in this live stream, we want to unmask this narcissist. We want to look at every trait of a narcissist. What qualifies someone to be identified as a narcissist? That is what we're discussing in this live stream. All right. So I'm doing this live stream all the way from Nairobi, Kenya. So if you're watching this live stream, please feel free to tell us where you're watching this live stream from. Tell us which country you are in. All right, now quickly, a narcissist. Who is a narcissist? A narcissist is someone with a pervasive and inflated sense of their own importance, often accompanied by a deep need for excessive admiration and a lack of empathy for others. This personality trait can manifest in various ways, shaping how they interact with the world and the people around them. So, for you to understand a narcissist, for you to identify a narcissist, one of the things is that they have this grandiose sense of self-importance. Narcissists see themselves as superior to others. For instance, a narcissistic executive might constantly boast about their achievements, belittling the contributions of their colleagues to maintain their sense of dominance. Similarly, a narcissist is preoccupied with fantasies of unlimited success. They might daydream about becoming incredibly wealthy, powerful, or famous. A classic example is a narcissistic actor who is obsessed with winning multiple Oscar awards, believing it is their destined path. Another trait of a narcissist is that they believe they are special and unique. Narcissists often think that only people of high status can understand them. An example could be a high-ranking bureaucrat who refuses to socialize with lower-level employees, convinced they are beyond ordinary interactions. Another way of identifying a narcissist, you'll realize they require excessive admiration. Narcissists need constant admiration. Their self-esteem is heavily dependent on the admiration of others. For instance, a narcissistic social media influencer might constantly post selfies and achievements, seeking likes and flattering comments to feel validated. Another way of identifying narcissists is their sense of entitlement. Narcissists expect special treatment and automatic compliance with their wishes. For example, a narcissistic customer at a restaurant might demand a table immediately they get to that restaurant. Even if it is not available, they expect the staff to cater to their needs without question. Another way of identifying a narcissist is their exploitative. Narcissists use others to achieve their own ends. They use, then discard others. An example is a narcissistic politician who forms superficial relationships with influential people to gain support and advance their career, only to discard them when they are no longer useful. The other thing about narcissists, they lack empathy. They struggle to recognize or care about the feelings and needs of others. For instance, a narcissistic friend might dismiss your problems and focus solely on their own issues, showing little concern for your distress. Narcissists are also envious of others. They believe others are also envious of them. Well, up to this juncture, if you're watching this live stream, we are discussing the narcissist. We are trying to understand who a narcissist is. And we are saying that if it quacks like a duck, it must be a duck. So we are using the characteristics and traits of a narcissist to understand who a narcissist is. You know, one quick way of identifying something is through how it behaves. So if someone behaves like a narcissist, then they are probably a narcissist. And that's what we are really discussing and evaluating in this live stream. So you can drop a comment below, but for you to drop any comment, you must have subscribed to the YouTube channel. So please spare a second or two and subscribe, and let's interact in the comment section. Ask as many questions as you can about narcissism. Let's learn together. Let's grow together. Remember, knowledge is power and information is superpower. Now let's proceed with identifying the traits of a narcissist. Narcissists are envious of others, and they believe others are envious of them. They are very jealous towards others who they perceive as more successful. A narcissistic artist, for example, might resent a colleague's success and spread rumors to undermine their reputation. Narcissists also are known for showing arrogant and haughty behavior or attitudes. In short, narcissists, they often display a condescending attitude. For example, a narcissistic professor might belittle students' questions, dismissing them as unworthy of their time and expertise. Another way of identifying a narcissist is they overreact to criticism. They are highly sensitive to any form of criticism. A narcissistic CEO, for instance, might have an explosive reaction to feedback. They'll accuse employees of incompetence or disloyalty rather than considering the validity of the critic. One thing about narcissists, they have difficulty in maintaining relationships. Narcissists have difficulty in maintaining relationships. Their need for admiration and lack of empathy can strain personal connections. A narcissistic spouse, for instance, might continually dominate conversations and dismiss their partner's feelings, leading to frequent conflicts and eventual breakdown of the relationship. So in short, narcissists have difficulty in maintaining relationships. Again, narcissists are known for their manipulative behavior. They are adept at manipulating situations to their advantage. A narcissistic team leader, for instance, might take credit for a team's success while deflecting blame for failures onto others. Again, narcissists are known for their superficial charm. They often present a charming facade to win people over. A narcissistic job applicant, for instance, might present an overly polished image during interviews, only to reveal their true self-centered nature once hired. Narcissists have this persistent need for validation. They constantly seek reassurance from others. A narcissistic celebrity might frequently post about their personal life to maintain public interest and reinforce their sense of importance. Narcissists are also known for their lack of accountability. They often avoid taking responsibility for their mistakes. For example, a narcissistic business owner might blame economic downturns for poor performance, ignoring their own role in the company's issues. Narcissists also have this fear of being exposed. They will go to great lengths to hide their true selves. A narcissistic leader might create an illusion of competence and success, fearing that any exposure of their inadequacies will undermine their authority. Narcissists are known for impulsive decisions. Their sense of invulnerability can lead to reckless behavior. A narcissistic investor, for example, might make high-risk financial decisions without considering potential consequences driven by a belief in their infallibility. Again, another way of identifying a narcissist, they have this inconsistent self-esteem. While appearing self-assured, narcissists can have fragile self-esteem. A narcissistic athlete, for example, might experience intense insecurity despite their outward confidence, reacting dramatically to any criticism or perceived failure. Narcissists are focused on appearances. They place a high value on how things look. For instance, a narcissistic homeowner might invest heavily in lavish decorations and throw extravagant parties to maintain an image of success and sophistication. Narcissists are known for defensive and aggressive behavior. When challenged, narcissists may become defensive or aggressive. A narcissistic blogger might react with hostility to negative comments, attacking the commenter to deflect from any perceived slight against their ego. Overall, the narcissist's behavior is characterized by a constant pursuit of validation and control, often at the expense of genuine, empathetic relationships with others. Their actions can create a toxic environment, impacting personal and professional interactions significantly. So let me give you more characteristics, traits, and examples of narcissistic behavior. They have this grandiose sense of self-importance. For example, narcissists will claim to be the best at everything and expect to be recognized as superior without corresponding achievements. Again, narcissists are known for preoccupation with fantasies of unlimited success. For example, narcissists will constantly talk about their future success and they will imagine themselves in glamorous or powerful roles. Narcissists also, they believe that they are unique and special. For example, they insist that only people of high status or intelligence can understand or relate to them. Again, narcissists require excessive admiration. For example, they often fish for compliments and become upset if they don't receive the praise they expect. Narcissists have this sense of entitlement. They expect special treatment and they get frustrated or angry if others don't meet their demands. Narcissists exploit others for personal gain. For example, they use friends or colleagues to advance their own goals, often without reciprocating. Narcissists also lack empathy. They struggle to understand or care about others' feelings or problems, often brushing them off. Narcissists are also envious of others. They believe others are also envious of them. For example, they resent others' successes and they believe others are jealous of their achievements. Narcissists will also show arrogant and haughty behaviors. For example, they often belittle others. They believe themselves to be above them. Narcissists are always known as master manipulators. They are very manipulative. They will use deceit, they will use charm to control or influence others for their own benefit. Again, one thing about narcissists, they are very sensitive to criticism. For example, they react with rage or defensiveness to any form of feedback or criticism, no matter how mild. Narcissists have this overemphasis on physical appearance. They obsess over their looks, often spending excessive time and money on their appearance. They have this constant need for attention. They will go to great lengths to ensure They are the focal point in social situations. Narcissists have superficial relationships. They form relationships that serve their needs rather than genuine emotional connections. They blame others for their mistakes. For example, they'll never admit fault, and instead they'll accuse others of causing their problems. Narcissists are known for their inconsistent behavior. Their actions and reactions are erratic, changing based on what benefits them the most at the time. Narcissists are known for preoccupation with success and power. They constantly talk about their ambitions and how they are destined for greatness. Hey, are you with me? Narcissists constantly talk about their ambitions and how they are destined for greatness. They are emotional manipulators. They will guilt trip you. They'll flatter you to get what they want from others. Narcissists have this inability to listen to others. They dominate conversations. They rarely show interest in what others have to say. Narcissists, they disregard for personal boundaries. They invade others' personal space and they ignore their privacy. They are very possessive and jealous. For example, narcissists will become extremely possessive and jealous in relationships, often accusing their partner of infidelity without cause. If you're watching this live stream, have you ever experienced that, where your narcissistic partner keeps on accusing you of infidelity without even any evidence or without even any cause? Because that's how they are, narcissists. They are very possessive and they're very jealous. They also lack genuine interests in you. They also lack any genuine interest in themselves. In short, what I mean is that they don't have let me give you an example. The narcissist's hobbies or interests are often just a way to show off or to seek validation. They're not genuinely they don't have genuine interest or hobbies in anything. They just have that to show off. Again, narcissists are very quick to anger. They have anger issues. They get enraged over minor inconveniences or perceived slights. They can also be very charismatic and charming initially, but they lack depth in the interactions. Narcissists have this obsession with fame. They frequently talk about wanting to be famous or to be recognized, and often they will exaggerate their achievements. They are also self-centered in their conversations. Conversations with narcissists almost always turn back to their achievements or problems. They also dismiss others' achievements. They downplay or ignore the successes of those around them. Narcissists demand special treatment. They expect to be treated differently or better than others in any situation. They also have this inability to handle rejection. They react dramatically to rejection, often with anger or denial. Narcissists have this overemphasis on titles and status. They boast about their title or social status to impress others. They have this constant self-comparison. Narcissists will frequently compare themselves to others to boost their self-esteem. They'll also use threats of emotional withdrawal to manipulate others. In short, a narcissist will emotionally blackmail you. Yes, thank you. I'm seeing the first person who's commented on our live today. That is Hatelis Love the Truth. Thank you so much for being present in this live stream. Please, you can ask questions, you can contribute to the live stream. Let's discuss anything that you think we should discuss. You can ask me anything. You can also tell us where you're watching this live stream from. Thank you. Narcissists, they tell exaggerated or embellished stories to make themselves look better. They exaggerate stories. That's why people say narcissists are master liars. In fact, a liar is the second name of a narcissist. They lie a lot. If you know someone who keeps lying, that person must also be a narcissist. Again, they have this lack of authenticity in them. They often present a facade that isn't reflective of their true self. Narcissists will also focus on power. They are obsessed with achieving and maintaining power over others. They also dismiss others' feelings. They will ignore or trivialize others' emotional responses and needs. Narcissists have this constant need for validation. They continually seek reassurance and validation from others. They are highly critical. They are quick to criticize and judge others harshly. They also are very exploitative in their relationships. They maintain relationships mainly to benefit themselves. Narcissists have this inflated self-image. They see themselves as being more important or capable than they actually are. They have this resentment towards other success. For example, narcissists will begrudge others' accomplishments and often criticize them. They also are, as I already mentioned in this video, they are compulsive liars. They frequently lie about their achievements or personal history to create a desired image. They have this excessive competitiveness. They always have to win or to be the best in any situation, even trivial ones. Narcissists have this inability to forgive. They hold grudges and cannot easily move past perceived wrongs. They have this intense focus on self. For example, their thoughts and actions are almost exclusively centered around their own needs and desires. Narcissists have this need for control. They often try to dominate or control situations and people to their advantage. Narcissists will blame others for problems. For example, they never take responsibility for their actions and they'll blame others for any issues. Narcissists have unrealistic expectations. They have these unrealistic expectations from relationships and situations. They expect others to meet their high standards. They are also overly dramatic in their reactions. They react with intense emotions to relatively minor issues, seeking to draw attention. They have this lack of genuine relationships. Relationships of narcissists are very shallow and self-serving. They lack real emotional connection, these narcissists. Now, just to remind you, if you're watching this live stream, we are discussing narcissism. We are trying to understand narcissism. What is a narcissist? Who is a narcissist? Now, a narcissist is an individual with narcissistic personality disorder, characterized by a grandiose sense of self-importance, a need for excessive admiration, and a lack of empathy. Narcissists believe they are unique or superior to others and they expect special treatment. They also have this grandiosity. Narcissists tend to have an inflated view of their own abilities and achievements. For instance, a narcissistic executive might exaggerate their role in a successful project, attributing the entire success to their own genius while downplaying the contributions of their team. Again, narcissists are known for admiration, constant need of admiration, for admiration. They crave constant admiration, constant validation from others. And this can manifest in various ways. They will fish for compliments. They'll boast about their accomplishments. An example might be a narcissistic individual who frequently shares their achievements on social media, not just to inform, but to receive validation. Narcissists lack empathy. A hallmark of narcissism is a lack of empathy. Narcissists often struggle to recognize or to care about the feelings and needs of others. For example, a narcissistic friend might dismiss your concerns about a personal issue because they are more focused on their own problems. Narcissists are known for manipulative behavior. They can be highly manipulative. They use charm and deceit to achieve their goals. Narcissists might flatter or coerce others into doing what they want, only to discard them once their purpose is served. In short, narcissists will use you, then discard you. They have this sense of entitlement. Narcissists often feel entitled to special treatment, and they may become very angry or resentful if they do not receive it. An example is a narcissistic employee who demands preferential treatment or promotions without regard to their actual performance or qualifications. Narcissists have these exploitative relationships. They tend to exploit relationships for personal gain. For instance, a narcissistic partner might use their significant other to boost their social status or to achieve personal goals without genuine regard for the partner's well-being. Narcissists are also known for envy. They experience envy towards others who have what they desire, and they may belittle or undermine those individuals as a result. For example, if a colleague receives praise, a narcissistic co-worker might criticize their achievements or attempt to discredit them. Narcissists are also very arrogant. Arrogance is a common trait among narcissists, manifesting in their demeanor and interactions. A narcissistic individual might display condescending behavior towards others. They believe they are inherently superior. Narcissists believe they are inherently superior. They have fragile self-esteem also. Despite their outward arrogance, narcissists have fragile self-esteem. They might react with rage or defensiveness to criticism, as their self-worth is highly dependent on external validation. Narcissists are known for idealization and evaluation. They may initially idealize someone, seeing them as perfect or exceptional. Over time, however, they might devalue that person, often due to perceived slights or failures. Narcissists also have difficulty in maintaining relationships. They struggle to maintain healthy, long-term relationships due to their self-centeredness and lack of empathy. They may cycle through friends or partners as their needs and expectations shift. Narcissists often refuse to take responsibility for their actions. They might blame others for their mistakes or failures, deflecting any criticism or accountability. Narcissists can be very charming and charismatic, especially in initial encounters. This charm often masks their true nature, making it challenging or to recognize their narcissistic traits right away. Narcissists also focus on appearances. They often place significant emphasis on their appearance and public image. They might invest considerably enough time and resources into maintaining a certain facade or status. Narcissists are known for superficial relationships. Relationships with narcissists tend to be very shallow and self-serving. They often prioritize relationships that enhance their image or status rather than forming genuine emotional connections. Narcissists have this lack of genuine interest. They typically lack genuine interest in others' lives or feelings. The interactions are often centered around themselves and their needs rather than mutual sharing or support. They frequently use others as tools to achieve their own needs or own ends. For example, a narcissistic business person might exploit a colleague. They might exploit a colleague's skills or connections for personal gain without offering reciprocation or support. Narcissists are known for inconsistent behavior. They can exhibit inconsistent behavior, often shifting between being charming and abrasive, depending on whether their needs are being met. This unpredictability can create confusion and emotional turbulence for those around them. Narcissists fear abandonment. They may exhibit a profound fear of abandonment or rejection, which can drive their need for constant admiration and validation. This fear can lead to controlling or manipulative behaviors. Narcissists are known for emotional volatility. They can be very emotionally volatile, reacting intensely to perceived slights or criticism. The emotional responses can range from rage to withdrawal, often disproportionate to the actual trigger. Narcissists are known to overemphasize their success. They place excessive value on success, power, and status. Narcissists might pursue high-status careers or social positions to bolster their self-image and receive validation from others. They disregard boundaries. They frequently disregard personal boundaries, and they oftenly invade others' privacy or dismiss their personal space. This disregard reflects their sense of entitlement and lack of empathy. Narcissists are known for preoccupation with fantasies of unlimited success, fantasies of power or beauty. These fantasies can drive their behavior and expectations, influencing their interactions with others. Narcissists have difficulty with criticism. They have a hard time accepting criticism. They react defensively or aggressively when faced with it. Now, this difficulty is rooted in their fragile self-esteem and need for validation. Narcissists have this lack of genuine remorse. They typically lack genuine remorse for their actions, particularly if they believe their behavior serves their own interests. A narcissist might offer superficial apologies that are more about maintaining their image than addressing the harm caused. Now, some theories suggest that narcissistic traits can stem from childhood experiences, such as excessive pampering or neglect. These early experiences might shape their sense of entitlement and need for validation. Not all narcissists exhibit overt behaviors. Covert narcissists might display their traits in more subtle ways, such as passive-aggressive behavior or an undercurrent of self-importance hidden beneath a facade of humility. When narcissists, they're also known for narcissistic rage. When you challenge a narcissist's grandiosity, or when narcissist needs are not met, they may swing into narcissistic rage. This is intense anger or frustration that can manifest in aggressive outbursts or vengeful actions. Being in a relationship with a narcissist can have profound effects on others, including feelings of inadequacy, confusion, and emotional exhaustion. The relationship dynamics often revolve around the narcissist's needs and desires. Narcissists often engage in cognitive distortions, such as black and white thinking, to maintain their grandiose self-image. They might see others as either entirely good or entirely bad, depending on their utility to the narcissist. Narcissists rely on what is known as narcissistic supply, that is attention, admiration, and validation from others, to maintain their self-esteem. They often seek out sources of supply to fuel their self-image. People around narcissists might engage in enabling behaviors, inadvertently supporting or reinforcing the narcissist's traits. And this can include excusing their behavior or constantly catering to their demands. Narcissists can significantly impact family dynamics, often creating a disruptive environment where family members feel neglected, manipulated, or devalued. And this can lead to dysfunctional relationships and emotional distress. In the workplace, narcissists can disrupt team cohesion and productivity. Their need for recognition and tendency to undermine colleagues can create a toxic work environment, affecting overall morale. Narcissists also often face challenges in forming and maintaining genuine romantic relationships. Their self-centeredness and lack of empathy can make it difficult to build a lasting, meaningful connection with a partner. Narcissists may initially be perceived as confident and charismatic, and this can mask their underlying traits over time. However, the narcissist's behaviors might lead to negative social perceptions and strained relationships. Therapeutic interventions for narcissism often focus on helping individuals to develop greater self-awareness and empathy. This can involve exploring the underlying causes of their narcissistic traits and working on healthier ways of relating to others. Establishing and maintaining boundaries is crucial when dealing with narcissists. Clear boundaries can help manage interactions and protect one's emotional well-being from the narcissist's manipulative tendencies. For those affected by a narcissist's behavior, self-care strategies are important, and this can include seeking support from mental health professionals, building a strong support network, and focusing on personal well-being. Narcissists often seek positions of power to validate their self-importance. Their behavior can influence organizational dynamics and decision-making processes, sometimes leading to ethical and operational issues. Interactions with narcissists can negatively impact one's mental health, leading to issues such as anxiety, depression, and diminished self-esteem. Recognizing and addressing these effects is important for recovery. So, let me quickly mention quick ways to identify a narcissist immediately you look at somebody. Number one is excessive self-promotion. For you to identify a narcissist in 1 second, you'll realize they often brag about their accomplishments. They have this constant need for admiration. They crave and expect constant praise. They lack empathy. They seem indifferent to others' feelings. There's also grandiosity. That is, they have an inflated sense of their own importance. They have this entitlement. They believe they deserve special treatment. They use others for personal gain, exploitative behavior. They act superior to others. They twist situations to their advantage. They react poorly to any form of criticism. They focus on appearance. They are overly concerned with their looks or status. Narcissists always need to be the center of attention. Their relationships lack depth and are often transactional. In short, narcissists have superficial relationships. They never take responsibility for their actions. They blame others. They shift blame onto others for their failures or mistakes. Narcissists have unrealistic, grandiose fantasies. They are envious of others or believe others are envious of them. They have this preoccupation with success. They obsess over success and power. Narcissists use guilt or flattery to control others. They rarely listen to others' viewpoints. They ignore personal boundaries and privacy. They are extremely jealous and possessive. Their interests often revolve around their own needs. Narcissists are quick to anger. They have a short temper, especially if they feel slighted. They come off as charming but only skin deep. They are obsessed with being famous or recognized. Conversations with narcissists always revolve around them. They have self-centered conversations. In short, their behavior can be erratic and self-serving. They downplay or dismiss other successes. Narcissists expect preferential treatment. They react disproportionately to rejection. In short, they cannot handle rejection. They boast about their titles or status. They constantly compare themselves to others. They use emotional tactics to get what they want. They tell embellished or exaggerated stories about themselves. They lack authenticity. They come off as insincere or inauthentic. Narcissists focus on power. They have an obsession with power and control. They belittle or dismiss others' emotions. They constantly seek validation and reassurance. They are highly critical of others. Their relationships often serve their own needs. They have a grandiose self-image. They harbor resentment towards others' achievements. They lie frequently to bolster their image. They are excessively competitive. They hold grudges and can't easily forgive. Narcissists only focus. Their focus is almost entirely on themselves. They have a strong need to control others. They never take responsibility for problems. They have unrealistic expectations of others, and their reactions and behaviors are exaggerated and dramatic. Hey, that is who narcissists are. Remember, a narcissist is someone with a pervasive and inflated sense of their own importance, often accompanied by a deep need for excessive admiration and a lack of empathy for others. This personality trait can manifest in various ways. I said narcissists, you'll always identify them by the grandiose sense of self-importance. They see themselves as superior to others. For instance, a narcissistic executive might constantly boast about their achievements, belittling the contributions of their colleagues to maintain their sense of dominance. Narcissists have this preoccupation with fantasies of unlimited success. They might daydream about becoming incredibly wealthy, powerful, or famous. A classic example here is a narcissistic actor who is obsessed with winning multiple Oscars, believing it is their destined path. Narcissists believe they're special and unique. They think that only people of high status can understand them. They require excessive admiration. Their self-esteem is heavily dependent on the admiration of others. For instance, a narcissistic social media influencer might constantly post selfies and achievements, seeking likes and flattering comments to feel validated. Narcissists expect special treatment and automatic compliance with their wishes. For example, a narcissistic customer at a restaurant might demand a table immediately, even if it's not available, expecting the staff to cater to their needs without question. Narcissists are known for being interpersonally exploitative. They use others to achieve their own ends. And an example is a narcissistic politician who forms superficial relationships with influential people to gain support and advance their career, only to discard them when they are no longer useful. Narcissists lack empathy. They struggle to recognize or care about the feelings and needs of others. For instance, a narcissistic friend might dismiss your problems and focus solely on their own issues, showing little concern for your distress. Narcissists are envious of others. They believe others are envious of them. Narcissists show arrogant and haughty attitudes. They overreact to criticism. They are highly sensitive to any form of criticism. And they have difficulty in maintaining relationships. They are master manipulators. They often present a charming facade to win people over. They constantly seek reassurance from others. They have this persistent need for validation, for admiration, for recognition, for acknowledgement, for praise, for attention. They lack accountability. They have this lack of accountability. They often avoid taking responsibility for their mistakes. They have this fear of being exposed. They will hide their true selves no matter what. Hey, thank you for watching this live stream. I think I'll come to the end over there. I'll stop there for today. So tomorrow we'll continue live streaming again. I hope you guys will be there. Please, let's build each other up. Feel free to drop your comment in this live stream anytime. Yeah, let's network. Let's build a strong support system to deal with narcissists. Thank you for being present in this live stream. And please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're watching this live stream. Thank you. See you tomorrow.